So I'm the Artistic Director of Performing Arts and now the Acting Executive Director of Performing Arts for the West Kowloon Cultural District, which is one of the largest arts and cultural districts being built in the world right now. We're building 5 to 7 performing arts centers, 2 museums, and a park, as well as a lot of retail, dining, commercial development as well.
That's a huge, exciting opportunity for culture globally, I guess.
It is. It will be the new hub of performing arts and museums and visual culture for Asia and the region, and all of the world will come too. So this is my first time at Manchester International Festival, but West Kowloon has been collaborating here for years. They actually did a project with the Hong Kong artist Samson Young that was co-commissioned with Manchester International Festival a couple years ago. We're looking to potentially reboot that now that our venues are opening. And here to see work, to see what, the festival is so good at international collaborations, and West Kowloon, even before the buildings were open, was looking to build collaborations. So we co-commissioned Wayne McGregor's autobiography, which we'll have at our new building, Free Space, next year. We have a lot of different collaborations with artists, both for co-commissions, for residencies, for artistic development. So I'm here to just have meetings, see work, and experience Manchester. Gosh, we have a lot of exchanges, everything from artistic practice to producers and the behind the scenes, everything that happens. We actually had Paul Clay from MIF in residence with us for about a week, teaching international producing kind of workshop clinic with a lot of our producers, and everything from our technicians to our producers to our front of house staff, to look at kind of a 360 perspective on how MIF does international collaborations and seeing if that model might make sense for what we're doing at West Kowloon. So all of our venues, we present, produce, and promote. So we're looking to present UK works. We're looking for longer term collaborations. So a lot of the residencies we've been doing with artists, we actually just had a Hong Kong artist, Vincent Fung, who was part of our multi-year collaboration with Wayne McGregor's studio. So he had been in residence a number of years ago in London, met some dancers, and so he has a duet on 2 Hong Kong dancers that he then set on 2 dancers from the UK, and he had all 4 of those boys in Hong Kong doing a residency and doing a work in progress at our new venue, Free Space, that just opened. So those kinds of multi-year kind of work in progress, matchmaking to see if it develops into some kind of romance, and then a child is the production that's born, are the kinds of things we're looking at. But skills sharing for best practice as well is really important, because there's so many, I think everybody has always worked internationally, but as I think our industry gets more and more interconnected, and as the rest of the world gets more and more I think fractured, we need to, I think we have a real role to play in the world right now to bring, to keep crossing boundaries and bring people together for more collaborations. It's interesting. I had a moment of realization and just of being in love with our industry a couple months ago when we were screening Yo-Yo Ma's Silk Road Ensemble documentary at our outdoor festival.
Wow.
And so here we have this park that can fit up to 10,000 people, and we've got this gorgeous side of a building where we're projecting the documentary. And of course you have artists there from Syria and from so many places around the world. And I realized that if I wanted to, I could probably connect with any place on this planet through an artist, through somebody, through a festival, through an artist, through somebody in this industry. And it was this moment of the world just suddenly grew vines that connected all of us. And I was so grateful to be part of this. And looking at the shows going on at MIF this year, so many of them are looking at issues and are looking at whether it's historic issues at Invisible Cities or very contemporary issues with Tree in South Africa. We have to look at the most relevant issues of our time, and what better way to do it than through the most innovative voices of our time, artists. I was going to go back to Culture Diary, though, and what an unbelievable resource that is, because there's so much going on. It's so overwhelming. To have a one place that aggregates all of that is an unbelievable resource. I lived in China before, and they tried to start those, and it never worked. It's so much work. I think people think it's a good idea, and no one realizes just how much work goes into coordinating that Sudoku schedule.
Yeah.
But to have a place to go to understand what's going on, it is such an invaluable resource, because then you can just plug in, find people, and it's like a better curated Facebook. You all go on Facebook and then you realize everybody's in the same city, but actually if you do that through arts and culture, it allows you to really figure out, oh, this is exactly what I was looking for.